Like my early rendition of the Django song. I described everything that's going to be in this movie. Racism, slavery, Jamie Foxx. I honestly probably should have said Samuel L. Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio, but I didn't think about it at the time. But all you need to know, that is the guy from Titanic and Nick Fury is in this movie. Our story is starting off with our main character, Django, aka Jamie Foxx, aka Ray Charles, aka I hope you guys like me serenading in your ears. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe. And if not, suck my cock from the back. Now, my man Jamie Foxx ran off with his wife and they got found. And because of that, he is being sold for the lowest price possible to some douchebag slavers. Now, while they're traveling, they get approached by someone with a giant tooth on their buggy. Clearly, this guy's a dentist. This is Dr. King Schultz, aka Christopher Waltz. Yo, his real last name and his fictional last name rhymes? That's kind of fire. But he's looking for someone from the Carushan plantation. And it just so happens that it is Django. Hey, is somebody here from the Carushan plantation? Yeah, I'm from the Carushan plantation. Who said that? Me in the back. What's your name, man? My name Django, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the west side of the Carushan plantation. You feel me? Go, Red. You gangbanging in 1800? All right, you got it. Listen, man, them overseers. Are you talking about Lil Raj? What's the other dude named Fat Motherfucker? Billy Ellis? Yeah, them two, man. If you seen them again, would you know them? Man, hell yeah, man. They whipped my wife and all that, cuz. If I ever see them again, I'm putting straight paws on them. And I ain't talking about when a New Yorker hears some zesty shit, man. Hey, stop talking to that boy like that, man. What you mean talking to him? Like that, all sophisticated and use regular English, man. Talk to that boy. Who was you calling, boy? Yo, I swear to God, I'm about to smack this nigga, cuz. I swear to God. I ain't gonna ask you again. Hey, so you gonna put a strap on me, cuz? And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, he's about to kill this dude, King Schultz, already. That's what I would like to say, but my man King Schultz asked him if he meant to have any lethality towards him. And then he pulled a strap out and bro, he put one in his head and one in this other dude's horse. Bro, the horse just collapsed on him. First off, how you gonna put the bullet in the horse? That's the only part of this scene I didn't like. Cause like that poor horse ain't do nothing wrong. Now, once my boy Schultz realizes that this is clearly Django and he knows about these overseers, that's all he needed to know. He straight up buys them. And by bought him, I mean he took them and he let all the rest of the slaves loose. I mean, he did leave the money there, but it doesn't really matter because the rest of the slaves shot him in his fucking head. If I was them, I would have took that money, took that remaining horse and buggy and got loose. I ain't gonna lie. All right, man, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got two choices. When I'm gone, y'all can take that whole ass dude to a doctor. All right, man, I don't suggest that, but you could do it. It's a choice. Or you could take the rifle, put it to his head and blow his brains in the last week. I'm just saying. That's the North Star right there. If y'all want to, y'all can follow that to safety. Now, boys, hold on. Let's talk about it. Oh my God. Oh Lord, y'all are big as hell. Please don't. What is that? Is that a stick? Oh my. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. What's up with Quentin Tarantino on making everything so super exaggerated? Like, every shot in this movie was gruesome. Were guns shooting like that back then? Like, you know, because this got Call of Duty weapons. They shoot one dude, bro, and half of his intestines fly out his back. Anyways, they end up going to this town in Texas. And at this point, everybody's staring at him because they've never seen a black guy on a horse. Now, they end up going to this bar. And I ain't gonna hold you. They was making black people get food in the back in the 50s and 60s. So you know he wasn't allowed to walk in there in the 1800s. Now they scare the bartender and they make him go get specifically the sheriff and not the marshal. That's going to be very important. Hold on to that though, because we're not there yet. Now Schultz sits this man Django down and he explains to him that he's a bounty hunter, that he hates slavery, but he has to use the fact that Django is a slave right now to his advantage because he needs him to find his next victims. That's kind of messed up because he is manipulating him in this situation, but I guess it's for the better of Django. He makes a deal with him that if he helps him get the Brittle brothers, that he'll give him bread and let him be a free man. Now before my man Django could give him an answer, the sheriff comes waltzing in. All right now boys, your fun's over, come on out. Now why would y'all come to Billy Sharp's town? In mid-sentence, this man Schultz pulled the lickety-doo out. But hold up, what type of James Bond type of contraption is this? Bro pulled a gun out of the sleeve? Oh, he's going crazy. Shot him straight in his chest. I ain't gonna lie, bro collapsed like a big bag of trash. Oh my God, somebody get this man out of the street. All right, now you can go get the marshal. And that's exactly what he did. So here come the marshal coming down, and I ain't gonna lie, hold up, the marshal kind of got that ish on right now. Bro dressed from head to toe, ain't it? Bro can't walk in with the all black fit with the silver badge on his chest. Oh, he's going stupid. Now the reason why, and you're probably wondering, why did Schultz kill the sheriff and how are they gonna possibly get out of this situation with 100 rifles pointed at the door? Hey, listen, man. All right, I know you probably thinking why I shot him and I left him in the street stinking. But listen, I'ma come out. unarmed, but you promise you ain't gonna kill me and my mans. Now, why wouldn't we shoot your dumb ass? You know what? I am a man of the law, so that's cool. You come out right now with your hands up, and I won't kill you and your Blackie. Now come on, cuz, you ain't gotta call him Blackie. I had a dog named Blackie once, and that's because he's nothing but a dirty dog. All right, listen, man, I ain't gonna lie, that's besides the point. He is dirty, but he not a dog. Okay, stop playing with my man, even though he kind of look like Scooby-Doo right now, but that's besides the point. All right, I killed this dude because 3 years ago, he was stealing cattle from a plantation, and I ain't gonna lie, he is a wanted fugitive. I'm a bounty hunter. I got some paperwork right here that says if I smoke this ass, that you gotta give me $200. So you owe me $200. Now, at this point, my man Django is dumbfounded. He looking at him like, damn, he going stupid right now. Ah, Django, you got sand. I don't have any use for a rigger with sand. I want you to take him down to that Greenville auction and you sell him cheap. And that's exactly what happened to my man Django. He got took to that Greenville auction. Him and his wife got split up and he got sold for the lowest amount possible. But he's explaining to Schultz about his wife. Her name is Broomhilda, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But she got raised by a German and she also speaks a little German, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna hold you. Even Schultz was surprised. Hey, hold on. Your wife is a black lady that speaks German? No, I ain't gonna lie. You got yourself a unicorn, cuz. Now, Django was in a very funny predicament. And because of this funny predicament, he decided to put a hat on that made him look like Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. But really, the truth of the matter is he has to play an act like he's a sophisticated black guy. You know, one that's a word that rhymes with tune or boom. In the streets, they called him an Uncle Tom. Now, they end up going to this plantation to find these brothers that they were looking for. And hold up. Is this the Colonel? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. He got 11 herbs and spices in his chicken. Man, will y'all get off my damn plantation? You coming in here riding on a horse? You can't ride no horse, you black. Man, I'm a free man, guys. Yo, stop playing with me. You see the ass guy? Look like Fred from Scooby-Doo and them. Man, yo, stop playing with my man. Yo, he a free man. Man, listen, we came here because we want to buy one of your rigger gals. You know what I'm saying? One of the baddies with the fatties. You feel what I'm saying? Man, I ain't selling y'all nothing, man. Get off my plantation before I get the KFC gang to put 11 herbs and spices in your ass. Man, come on, man. I got 5,000 reasons why you shouldn't do that, man. I'm just saying. Literally 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you say that, man? Yo, come in the house and get something nice to drink. I got Kool-Aid, lemonade, and I got that lean. And it's that pink shit, not that fake shit. You feel me? Now, at this point, my man Django was looking for the brothers, so he goes to question one of the women. One of the women slaves was told to go show him around the plantation. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. This part here was hilarious. Massa, you say he a free man. How am I supposed to treat him? Like a white folks? No, hold on now. I ain't say that now. Ain't he a free man, but he can't get treated like the white folks? That's crazy. Now, we asked Shorty about the brothers, and at first she acted like she didn't know what he was talking about, but shortly it made sense that they've been lying about their names, that they're in hiding. And then he pulls out his handy dandy telescope and he sees exactly who he's looking for. We get this really sad flashback here of them whipping his wife because they ran away and got caught. Kind of triggering, to be honest, but I mean, we've watched enough of these very sad and dark movies to know that these are just the things that happen in this time period. And it's really sad when I have to say that Django Unchained is a breath of fresh air from all the sad, dark things that I've been watching. How did we get here? Anyways, my man finds out that they are whipping little Jody for stealing some eggs, and he's not having it. So he goes waltzing over there, and this is one of my favorite parts of the movie. And when I feel like the movie really got started. I mean, even though people have been getting completely destroyed by guns since the beginning, but that's besides the point. Yo, is this dude reading a Bible preparing to whip her? Hey, John Brittle, you remember me, cuz? Oh, I've been waiting for your ass, cuz. Bah! Yo, he shot him dead in his chest. Oh my God. A lot of where you die, boy. So this dude Django go to pick a whip up, bro, while this other dude is fumbling to grab his gun. And he is getting to whipping his ass. Oh my God. Now at this point, he done smoked 2 of the Brittle brothers. Now this next part was fire because Schultz pulls up and he realizes that he done smoked them. But the last brother is running off. At least he's trying to run off. But my man Schultz hit him from long range. Like he's playing Black Ops 2 in a quick scoping match. Jesus Christ, yo, he put the blood all on the cotton. That's imagery right there. What some may call a metaphor. Or I ain't gonna lie, my man Schultz aim is vicious, boy. Now obviously tensions are high after this and they almost got smoked by the KFC gang. Now Schultz explains to them that they are officers of the court and they're here to do a duty. And that if you try to kill us while we're in act of our duty, the penalty is getting hung to death. So naturally they have to let him go. But that isn't the last that we see of Colonel and his 11 herbs and spices. Because they pull up on him while they're trying to rest at night. But look how they're crawling up on him right now. It's like they're hunting their prey. And we are right in the wilderness, right by Blackie and his German friend. They're very armed and dangerous. This is something that we need to be very careful with. As you can see, they're in their wild habitat by a campfire. We must act as fast as we can. Now, this is the only part in the movie that I didn't really like. I know a lot of people like this scene. They think it's funny, especially because Jonah Hill is in it. I think that's his name. But I really don't like that Quentin Tarantino sometimes does things that's a little a little bit too racist for me, you know? Just for my taste. I know that some of y'all are gonna disagree with me, but I just feel like trying to humanize and make the KKK members funny in this moment kind of diminishes how just evil they are. Me personally, I wouldn't have went with this choice, but I kind of understand why people think it's funny. I mean, them arguing for 5 minutes straight about bags and how the holes in the eyes are bad is kind of funny. Now, my white word all day, and you ungrateful son of a bitch, so all I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize. From now on, don't ask me or mine for nothing. Now, at this point, they clearly outsmarted their opposition, because as they go to raid with the bags on, because the horses can see even though they can't, my man Schultz ends up shooting explosives that he put in his cabin. And as they're all running around and trying to escape because half of them just got blown to bits, my man Django is on the prowl. He's going to hit Big Daddy. Yo, Big Daddy? Hey, yo! Anyways, he's going to hit him from long range with a weapon. Now, at first, Schultz was going to hit him, but he wanted Django to do it. You know, get some practice in. That's exactly what happened here. My man Django hit him. Yo, I can't keep saying this, bro. My man Django hit him. Hey, yo! His name is Big Daddy, so him getting hit is kind of crazy. But all you need to know is that Django did hit him from long range. Put blood all on his white horse. Oh my God. Now, at this point, my man talks to Django and he makes a better deal for him. That he can help him until the winter is up, and that he'll give him 1/3 of all the money. Sounds like a good deal to me. And that after the winter is over and he's helped him out, he'll take him all the way to Greenville himself so he can get his wife back. Now, my man Django has his first lesson here, that this is not a game for pussyfooting, that you have to kill white people for money. Sounds like a job that any black person in this time period would have loved to have. You get to kill people that don't like black people at all? People that have slaves for money? Wow, what a job for Django. But in this moment, he has a lapse of judgment and he doesn't want to do it because Smitty because with his son. Me personally, I would have smoked him and his son. I'm deadly like that. I'm real, raw, and untamed in these streets. All right, that was corny, my fault. But that's besides the point. Anyways, he learns his first lesson here, that these people are terrible. They murder people. So who cares that he's around his son? Plus, we're getting $7,000 for him and $1,500 for every member of his gang. That's all he needed to hear. So honestly, that's all he needed to read. He also was teaching him how to read, apparently, because my man Django really read the whole wanted poster. That's more than Luffy can do. For those of you that know about One Piece, if you know, you know. Now, anyways, he ends up killing Smitty and he gets to hold the handbill of his first bounty for good luck. This handbill is going to become very, very relevant later in the story. And by way later, I mean like in the last 20 minutes of the movie. Foreshadowing. Now, my man Django, he goes to Mississippi after they're done with their killing of white folks for bread. And they find out that his white Broomhilda is at the Candyland plantation, owned by Calvin Candy. It's the 4th biggest plantation in all of Mississippi. Wow, must be nice having a giant slave plantation. What a guy. He's probably swell to meet. Deep sigh. Now, anyways, my man Django gets to talking about his wife, and he describes her like any woman that I've ever loved in my life. She's pretty.
How original.
And she talks good too.
Daring today, aren't we?
Sometimes your boy Sin sits back and he thinks about how he wants to settle down, start a family, become a great husband and father. I feel for Django here. When you find someone that you love and cherish, specifically a beautiful black woman, that's all you want to do is uplift them. My problem is that I'm picky. Not on physical attributes, but on emotional maturity and chemistry. But you know, what do I know? I'm just a guy that has an Instagram that's in the pinned comment and description and wants beautiful black women to follow him so I can find my wife. But that's besides the point. Now, they end up going to meet Calvin Candy, and they're in the middle of a Mandingo fight, which is very disgusting. Basically, it's putting 2 black slaves and they have them fight to the death. That's where the term Mandingo came from, you know, like a big penis, because black people genetically, we just are predisposed to having bigger manhood. It's kind of sad that, you know, a lot of terms and phrases that we use regularly come from slavery or some sort of racism. Like the other day, I learned that "no way, Jose" is racist. They used to say it back in the day to Hispanics when it came to them taking over land. Like, "No way, Jose, you're not taking my land." That's crazy. I just be saying that sometimes and I had no idea. I know I'm going on a tangent here, but anyways, we're in the room and these 2 black people are literally fighting to the death. Now, at this point, this dude is literally way bigger than his opposition. He almost lost and got choked out, but he ends up picking the guy up, slamming him, gouging his eyes out, and then Calvin makes him finish him with a hammer. That's why they call him Big Fred. Oh, you did a swell job. Now get up, boy. Take yourself there and rest now. My man Django is just at the bar smoking on what seems to be a blunt. I know that this is actually a cigarette, probably a Newport Box 100, but I just wish it was a blunt. I haven't been able to smoke weed and I need that. Now, some of you may or may not know this, but the old white guy with the gloves that came up and asked him about his name, that is the original Django. It's like a little cameo, you know? You don't see him at any other point in this movie, but I don't know, I thought it was cool, I guess. Now at this point, they want to do business with Candy, but you know, the whole point is to get Broomhilda back. But my man Calvin, he's rich beyond measure. He doesn't really care. I'll be honest though, Leonardo DiCaprio was a very good actor in this movie. A little bit too good. But I heard that Samuel L. Jackson and Jamie Foxx had to put it in him. You know, he didn't want to say the N-word. He was being kind of timid about it. They got on him and he came back and he never looked back. Anyways, outside of him being a complete douchebag, clearly, he doesn't want to talk to him or sell his exceptional riggers because they're exceptional and he would only do it for the right price, which seems to be $12,000, which in 2025 compared to 1850 with the rate of inflation is equivalent in today's currency at $500,000. So obviously, you know, $500,000 for one person, his ears perked up. And they travel to Candyland, but not without problems. And the biggest problem is that this guy called my man Django the N-word. Man, come on now there, rigger. Yo, who was you talking to, cuz? And at this point, my man Django grabs him off the horse and slams him down, breaking his collarbone. I don't know how that dude knew his collarbone was broken. Like, are you a doctor? Did you get an x-ray done? Like, I'm just curious. And I don't really think his collarbone was broken because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen people with their collarbones broken. They were screaming. It's like one of the worst pains ever. Anyways, after this situation happened, my man Schultz finds out that Broomhilda is indeed at Candyland, and he tells Django about it. So they continue traveling, and we find out that Big Fred had enough of his combat. He does not want to fight anymore. So we try to run away, and they caught him in a tree, which is crazy. Now this part is pretty disgusting because, you know, Mr. Candy is mad because he paid $500 for this guy and only got 3 fights out of him. And in the last fight, he barely won. So he feels like now he's got no use for him. Schultz almost paid $500 so he wouldn't kill him, but Django had to play the part. He wouldn't let him. So my man Calvin, he tells this dude Django that he's gonna handle this slave any way he sees fit, and Django obliges. So they let dogs eat him alive. I was not expecting them to feed him to dogs. Oh my God, can we please just move on from this gruesome scene? Did they even feed them dogs, bro? Why was they eating him so viciously? Big back, big back. So we move on to the plantation, and my favorite character of this entire movie pops up, Steven, aka Uncle Ruckus, aka Samuel L. Jackson, aka Nick Fury, and he wants to know, hey, who was that rigger up on that name? Now, Steven, why you acting like that, man? What you had some nails for breakfast, man? Why you so mad right now? Don't you miss me? Oh, of course there, boss. You know I missed you like a pig miss slop. I missed you like a fat woman miss cake. I missed you like Diddy misses his victims. But I just need to know who this black motherfucker up here on this horse is. Hey, man, shut your bitch ass up, Snowball. Over here looking like a snow globe with fuzz on top. Yeah, I really will do that to you, cuz. Now, who the hell is you talking to? I will knock you down that horse, man. And then you got him staying in the big house, boss? Is that a problem, Steven? No, boss. Ain't no problem. I can't believe you brought a rigger to the big house. Your daddy would have rolled over in his grave, man. I swear to God. Now, he introduces his sister at this point, and it's a little strange relationship. Why are you so close to your sister? And why are you calling her attractive like that? This is something I ain't tell you about there, boss. Hildy in the hot box. She being punished right now. She tried to run away last night. Now, at this point, my man Django is very upset. First off, the fact that they made a hot box to put slaves in is insane work. They had to pour water on her when she first gets out of this box, and her skin started steaming. Now they got the whole house getting set up, and they're gonna make Hildy very pretty for Schultz because he's a German and she speaks German. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but anyways, this is my favorite part of the movie, by the way. This is the part where Hildy thinks that she's about to go have to have sex with this weird German white guy, but in reality, her husband has came to save her. Now Django's waiting on the outside of the door, waiting for my man to knock on some wood 3 times. Knock on wood is crazy, by the way. Hey, yo. This part's beautiful though. In all reality, Django has been traveling a long time and going through a lot of things with Schultz in order to get to this moment where he can lay his eyes on his wife once again. Must have been overwhelming, especially for her, because as soon as she sees him, he passes out. Now my man Steven went downstairs while they're having dinner, bro, and he talking about, hey man, move your big pretty ass out the way. Oh, you like it? Oh, you know what I like now, girl. You keep bending over that table like that, there's gonna be some trouble in here. I know I got this cane, but that ain't the only cane I got on me. Hey, yo. Now Steven is starting to realize that while they're having dinner, that Broomhilda might know something about Django. This man Calvin Candy is out of pocket, bro. Making jokes talking about how Dr. Schultz might have got him a dose of rigger love. How it's a grab you up like a pool of black tar. What is this dude talking about? Anyways, this dude Steven goes to interrogate Broomhilda in the other room. Man, you know that nigga, don't you? No, I don't know him. Yeah, you do. Stop lying to me, cuz. I'm not lying. I've never seen him a day in my life. Okay, I hear you. Now they're sitting here negotiating, and trying to come up with a price that makes sense for them. Basically, what my man Schultz is going to try to do is to make a deal where he pays the $12,000, but they throw in Hildy. Now, this douchebag Steven makes them look at Hildy's whip back. First off, why are you doing this in the middle of dinner? Nobody's trying to admire a whipped back, but he's doing this to see if he can get a reaction out of Django. And that's exactly what happens. Django grabs his pistol. He looks very disturbed, and Steven notices this. Because of that, he makes Mr. Candy meet him in the library to discuss exactly what his theory is, that Django and this girl are in love. That the $12,000 was just to get him in the door. They were going to give him like $300 for Hildy. Leave for this 5 days, like he says, and then never come back. My man Candy comes back, and this is where things get to getting very, very dark. Now, give me 1 second there, boy. I know we were talking about Broomhilda, but let me show you something. Hey, this is a skull. What the fuck is that, man? What you bringing skulls out? Now, this here is old Ben. You know what I'm saying? He took care of my daddy and my daddy's daddy and me. But one day he died. You know, growing up around a plantation, you get around a lot of black faces. But I only had one question. Why don't they kill us? Now, old Ben, he shaved my dad for 50 years, 3 times a week. Straight razors to his neck. Never sliced him. But if it was me, I would have been killed that bitch ass nigga. But why not? See, there's a science, a phrenology of dipodopodopy. Now, the skull of an African, right? The area associated with submissiveness is the largest of any mammal in the world. Look at this. You'll see 3 dimples. Here, and here. Okay? Now, it was holding the skull of an Isaac Newton or Galileo. These dimples would be found in a place associated with creativity. But in old Ben, it's unburdened by genius. And these 3 dimples exist in the area of the skull most associated with servility. Now, Braybear, I will admit, you are pretty clever. But if I took this hammer here and I bashed your skull in it, you're gonna have the same 3 dimples in a place around servility, fried chicken, and watermelon. Hey, hold on. Put your palms on that tabletop. If you lift your palms off of that goddamn turtle shell tabletop, I will have my man Billy put holes in your ass, cuz. Now, let's talk about this ridiculous amount that you say here, boy. You said $12,000, right? Now, you said that you pay that for the right rigger. And it seems that Broomhilda is the right rigger. Now, he basically puts him in a scenario in which he has to pay $12,000 for Broomhilda. He says that if he doesn't pay it, he's gonna bash her skull in. So, to the man with the unexceptional beard and his unexceptional rigor. Now, they go to the library and he ends up signing this document, the bill of sale for Broomhilda. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my man is in here hot, bro. Mad that this douchebag Calvin Candy done got the ups on him. And they in here playing Beethoven because he's German. And will you stop playing Beethoven? I'm looking over here playing on the harp and shit. Yo, stop playing with me, guys. Yo, get your hand off the harp. Now, he gets mad and he walks into the library part. Now, my man walks in here and he talking about, you want some white cake? First off, white cake is crazy, by the way. Like, what? How you got white cake, but it's made by black people? Like, they don't even make any sense. Now, he's antagonizing him, clearly trying to make him even more mad than he already is. Bro goes over, he signs the bill of sale, gets him to sign it, and it's all done. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. Broomhilda von Swaff, consider yourself a free woman. Now, Mr. Candy, normally I would say Wiedersehen, which means till I see you again, but I wish to never see you again. Like, on some real shit, son. Like, I hope that I never ever see you, and if I do, I'm gonna put this house tool to your head, cuz. Now, instead, I'm gonna say goodbye. So he tries to leave, but this dude talking about he can't leave until he shakes his hand. That in Mississippi, no deal is done until a handshake happens. Now, I'm not gonna lie, boy, I think you are a bad loser, and I think you are an abysmal winner. Out here trying to make me shake your hand. Hands smell like shit. Need to put some Germ-X on or something. Now, he tells his homie Mr. Pooch that if they leave without shaking hands, that he is to shoot Broomhilda. But my man Django is a real nigga, bro. Look how he stepped in front of his wife, man. I see you, boy. Now, he walks up to him and he's like, yo, you really want me to shake my hand? This dude talking about I insist. And he shoots him dead in his chest. Look at Steven running. Calvin. Now, my man Django going a whole killing spree. I ain't gonna lie, editor. We gonna have to edit a lot of this because it's just a lot of blood. No. So he grabbed Mr. Pooch's gun. Shoot him. Shoot the lawyer at the door. Then he go out and he get the blowing it at the doorway. I ain't gonna lie. Straight pistol work. Bro, he lighting them up. Bro was just grabbing guns off of people on the ground. Yo, they is tearing this dude kneecap up. This is one dude just on the ground and they just keep shooting him and shooting him. Oh my God. Well, if I was him, I would kill myself. I know he in pain right now. Now, obviously, my man Django can't combat all of these people by himself. And that's exactly what ends up happening. They surround him and they actually have Broomhilda as hostage, but he has to turn himself in. And I'm not gonna lie, this made me sad because obviously I want to see Django murder all of these douchebags, especially Steven. They got his wife, so what else is he supposed to do except for walk out with his hands up? And that's what he does. And now they got him upside down and this dude is about to castrate him. Luckily for him, Steven had the idea to sell him to the worst slavers of all time. This is gonna lead to something very swell. Just wait on it. Yo, why did this dude walk off zesty like this? Now, I'm not gonna lie, man. White people don't got no good ideas at all. now, man. They in there talking about how they gonna snip your fun parts, they gonna feed you the dogs, all types of stuff. But I told him, man, LaQuinn Dickey will do worse than that. Now this is good for him, and you remember earlier I told you that the wanted poster that Schultz told him to hang on to comes in handy. He tells these people that are taking them to the LaQuinn Mining Company that the Smitty Bacall gang is back at Candyland. But we all know they're already dead. They don't know that. So he tells them that if they go back and they kill these people, that they can collect this money. It just so happens that the black people in this cage also know that he rode in on a horse with a white German and they're bounty hunters. Everything corroborates itself. And just like that, these dumbass dudes give my man Django a gun and let him loose. This is also Quentin Tarantino right here. He makes cameos on like all his movies, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but he's a terrible person that likes feet. Anyways, that's besides the point. He smokes their ass, blows up the TNT in the one guy's hand, then goes over to the cage, lets the other blacks free, takes the TNT that they had left over, and he's on a mission to smoke every person at the Candyland plantation, take his wife, and ride off into the sunset. And hopefully he rides to a barber because bro needs a haircut. He's chopped right now. Now he's riding up to these dudes, and I ain't gonna lie, why is these grown ass men in here and this dude is in this little bucket washing his nuts? Yo, look at this dude in the rocking chair watching him. Freaky ass dude. Now the dogs are going crazy, so he sends one of his men out, and oh my god, he walks straight in. Yo, did he just shoot this dude's dick off? Anyways, he smokes everybody in this little house, and at this point they're having a funeral for Candy. Does my man Django care about a funeral for Candy? No, he's about to smoke everybody here. Now my man Django pulls up to Schultz and he gets the bill of sale and the freedom papers for Hilda. Now they done threw Broomhilda in a little room by herself, and obviously they're gonna do very fucked up things to her. And just like that, he walks into the room. Now my man Django pull up and get the singing the Sweet By and By song and tells them that they're gonna be in the Sweet By and By with Calvin very soon. The Django, you black son of a bitch. The day is solid. Hold on, Steven. You right where you belong now. Now you tell Miss Laura goodbye now. What? Tell Miss Laura goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Laura. Now this dude Steven in the house, and you know he about to get smoked. Hey, Steve, you like my new Dodge, cuz? Man, will you shut your ass up, boy? I count 6 shots, nigga. I count 2 guns, nigga. You ain't gonna get away with this, Django. They gonna find you. You gonna be on the one of posters, cuz. Man, this Candyland. You can't get away with this, man. It's always gonna be a Candyland. Django, man, you uppity son of a... And boom. Bro blew the whole house up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my God, straight TNT work. Smoked Steven, smoked the rest of Candyland, and rode off into the sun. Well, I guess not really the sunset because it's dark outside, but that's besides the point. Rode off into the moonlight with his wife.